Secondary school teachers commend CSME attachment program, and another alarm sounded for declining childhood vaccine uptake. Welcome to this week's broadcast of the CARICOM NewsTime. I am Tusankin English Francis with the details. Secondary school teachers who took part in the CARICOM Skilled Workers Program have called for more attachments. Salas Hamilton shared the details.
Caribbean community CARICOM education officials are calling for a repeat of the secondary school teacher attachment in the CARICOM Single Market and Economy CSME. With the assistance of the 11th European Development Fund EDF, the CARICOM Secretariat recently launched its CARICOM Skilled Workers Program. 19 teachers from 10 CARICOM member states participated in this round of the teacher attachments, and efforts will be made to have Suriname, Haiti, St. Lucia, and Grenada experience the activity in the near future. Other components of the Skilled Workers Program, which will be rolled out later this year, involve attachments to the CARICOM Secretariat for CARICOM Youth Ambassadors, attachments to other CARICOM member states for border control officers, and national CSME focal points. Dr. Laurette Bristol, Program Manager, Human and Social Development at the CARICOM Secretariat, shared that the initiative is already a resounding success, with host and visiting teachers praising the rich cultural and skills-building exchange.
What we see happening here is that there are significant impacts already on the students who are being exposed to these teachers from different countries in these classrooms. We are seeing significant impacts on the host teachers, and we are seeing impacts on the visiting teachers.
Students involved in the knowledge exchange also shared their excitement and suggestions for enhancing CSME.
But importantly, we saw students generating recommendations for public education around CSME and to advocate for the acceleration of the implementation of the CSME skills regime among students themselves, because we know that the youth and children are our future generation. So if we want something to be sustained, they have to not just know about it, but they have to buy into it and believe in it. So we had very robust recommendations coming from our young people. And apart from that, the social well-being elements of teaching, which is always important, about motivation. So it's not just about content and about learning that content, but really beginning to appreciate the notions of I am CARICOM. I understand what these regional public goods do for me and how I can participate in engaging in the benefits of these regional public goods. And importantly, how do I contribute to making the Caribbean community a stronger one and a more united one?
For CARICOM NewsTime, I am Salas Hamilton.
As CARICOM advances a goal of 47% electricity generation from renewables by 2027, the CARICOM Secretariat headquarters is now being monitored through an advanced building energy management system. The information technology system allows the tracking of energy supplied and used by the national grid and from a solar photovoltaic power generation plant which was constructed on the grounds of the CARICOM Secretariat. Staff of the Information Integrated Systems and the Technical Services Unit were trained recently in the use and management of the Building Energy Management System. They can now remotely control air conditioning and gather real-time energy data for decision-making. Over the next 2 weeks, staff will be involved in another round of training on the solar photovoltaic, battery, and power conditioning systems. The project is funded by the government of Japan. Another alarm has been sounded about declining childhood vaccination coverage in the region. In a meeting of regional health officials held recently, the Director of Human and Social Development at the CARICOM Secretariat, Helen Royer, urged CARICOM member states to take drastic steps to reverse the decline observed in vaccine uptake. The meeting was convened ahead of a special meeting of CARICOM Health Ministers scheduled for April 26 in the margins of the 67th Annual Research Conference of the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA. Ms. Royal lauded the efforts of PAHO and CARPHA in addressing health concerns in the region, which include a re-emerging threat of Zika, the ongoing threat of dengue, as well as low vaccine uptake.
Despite our best efforts and the gains achieved to date, the region continues to face existing and emerging public health challenges, which have the potential to undermine the region's ability to achieve sustainable development. So let us be mindful that the regression in vaccine uptake will continue to affect member states if drastic measures are not taken now.
CARICOM Youth Ambassadors recently participated in a training workshop for the rollout of a comprehensive sexuality education program in the Caribbean. Timothy Austin spoke with the CARICOM Youth Ambassadors who participated in the training and filed a report.
Providing out-of-school youth with the skills and opportunities to make informed choices about their sexual and reproductive health and rights was the focus of a recent workshop facilitated by the Pan-Caribbean Partnership Against HIV and AIDS in collaboration with United Nations Population Fund in Trinidad and Tobago. The workshop challenged civil society organizations, youth, and representatives from Planned Parenthood associations to develop a comprehensive sexuality education toolkit for use by civil society for community health promotion.
Comprehensive sexuality education, I believe even eons ago we knew it as health and family life education within our schools. It has evolved, and I think basically knowledge is important. It is so key that we understand the components and how this is interweaved into our sexual reproductive health, etc., and the age appropriateness at which we are engaging in the discussions across the curriculum. It is key to involve all stakeholders. Do not limit stakeholders. Our parents are key in this process. Our faith leaders are also key. Our educators are key. And the civil society will play a major role in how we are able to implement, execute in terms of educating our young people on the sexuality and also knowing themselves as they evolve through the ages and stages of life.
Young people who participated in the workshop described the development of the toolkit as a positive step towards empowering Caribbean youth to take charge of their health.
I think one of the benefits of this workshop was the opportunity to work face-to-face, to network with those who are representing various family planning organizations across the region and who have unique challenges. I think it was also very helpful to have that discussion because quite a few of us share challenges as well. And so the solutions that one country has can be applicable, can be adapted to others. And that's one of the things we learned about the toolkit. It's a blueprint. It provides us with various lessons and approaches to rolling out this program. And it's for each of us as representatives from the islands and from different countries to adapt it to our cultural setting.
I definitely think the toolkit and the workshop has been very integral and beneficial for the development of comprehensive sexuality education. I've been advocating for comprehensive sexuality education for a long time now. And one of the themes or discussions that we had during the workshop as well, when speaking about my country's perspective, is that there's not a lot of cohesion. And this toolkit creates that space where we can cohesively work together and work on one set of program, because what we're seeing across the country is, or across the CSOs, is that everyone kind of has their own program and not a specific set of toolkits and programs that cohesively work together. So in that area, it definitely will be beneficial. And yes, out of school youth are often a very forgotten group, or a group that isn't included in this discussion and conversation when they're part of that vulnerable group and vulnerable community as well. So The toolkit definitely has some great ideas. It's very comprehensive. It speaks to all areas, but the discussion during the workshop is that you definitely need to cater it to your community.
The overall vision of the initiative is to ensure that young people are equipped with the knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values that will enable them to make healthy choices regarding their sexual and reproductive health. For CARICOM NewsTime, I'm Timothy Austin.
Thank you for watching this broadcast of the CARICOM NewsTime. For more stories, log on to the CARICOM news site at today.caricom.org or the CARICOM website at caricom.org. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.